Gili Asahan is the most calm, relaxed and laid-back island around Lombok. But will it stay that way in the future? Let's see what is happening right now to this beautiful little paradise. Hello everybody and welcome to the third episode of our trip across Indonesia. Today we will show you around the beautiful island of Gili Asahan itself, its people, culture and nature, and spend a day at the beach. We already gave detailed insights into the eco-lodge and our bungalow in the first two videos of the series, so make sure to catch up. And if you like our style of informative videos, subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the upcoming videos. But now let's dive into it. On our third day on Gili Asahan, we woke up and went to the balcony, starting the day with a glass of fresh water. And of course, the horses were there to say hello as every morning. Is there anything better than this to start your day? We then went for breakfast and got ready to discover the island itself. Our goal was to walk to the south and visit the village and southern tip and then go to the north, as we saw there were recommended snorkeling spots on the north shore of Gili Asahan. The village starts almost directly after the eco-lodge and is pretty small but beautiful and laid back. It was still early morning when we went there, but people were already up and had started their day with a smile on their faces. There were many boats towed to the beach. Some of them are used for fishing, others for transporting goods and people, and of course, some to take tourists on day trips. A bit further down the beach you'll find goats and cows relaxing in the shade and strolling around living their best lives. There seem to be some abandoned buildings further south, and then the village ends already. It's pretty small, but as mentioned, everybody was extremely open and friendly, although sometimes it felt like we were walking directly through their front yard. Different to Bali, the majority of Lombok and its surrounding islands' inhabitants are Muslim. And so is Gili Asahan. And this is also visible in the culture. Great, friendly and open people with a great sense of hospitality. And the mosques and the prayers twice a day, adding a mystic flair, making the already breathtaking sunrises and sunsets even better. Further towards the very south of the island, the road ends. And at least for us, there was no way to continue our walk. But that was fine, as we were planning a bigger trip to the north later that day. So we went back to the eco-lodge to hang out and prepare for it. As it is still early day, we decided to start our journey to the north even before noon. We packed our snorkeling equipment, some water and our sarongs and left the lodge towards the north of the island. Let me quickly show you on the map where we are planning to go. And later, where we ended up. Spoiler alert, it didn't go according to plan. So the idea was to follow the beach all along the west coast, then hike up the hill on the northwest corner, and then arrive at the north beach to check out the snorkeling spots. It starts as a very easy walk, but soon enough, you have to find your own way, as depending on the tide, the road over the northwestern hill might not be accessible from the beach. So just wait for the low tide and the trip should be super easy. Or just do it like us and try to find another way to your goal. It works, but especially with the heavy sun around noon, it's not fun, not at all. So we tried this shortcut up the hill, and while it actually worked, it was extremely steep and hard to climb, especially with flip-flops. We were not prepared well, as we expected a relaxed walk to another beach to go snorkeling. When we arrived at the top, we were directly standing in somebody's farm. But I guess we were not the first tourists ever getting lost on their property, so the family living there was super friendly and showed us the path to take to the beach. But when we arrived there, we were unpleasantly surprised. I understand that Gili Asahan is a beautiful place and the eco-lodge might be special in the way it is integrated and respects nature. But what we saw there was the extreme opposite. The whole area along the beach was a construction site. And from the houses you could clearly tell where this would be going. Luxury, air-conditioned concrete bungalows with private pools. While it is hard to do, I guess this is something I have to accept. Being a tourist, we are contributing to developments like that. I think I have been a bit naive thinking that the whole island is different and it's more focused on ecotourism and coexistence with nature. But the reality is that at every little paradise on this planet, somebody invests money to make it as comfortable as possible for rich tourists to earn even more money, and thus destroy the paradise and the reason this island was so special in the first place. We often feel guilty of aiding this development as well, having our personal sweet spot somewhere in the middle of luxury and sustain. I know it's a controversial topic, so please let me know how you feel about this in the comments. And if you travel a lot, how is your view of your own environmental footprint? Seeing this and realizing the waves on the beach were way too high for a good snorkeling experience, we immediately turned around and went back towards the eco-lodge. But this time we wanted to try going over the official route via the hill, as the tide seemed to be a lot lower already. Luckily, the path down the hill was not underwater anymore and it was easy to get back to the western beach and back to the eco-lodge. One last recommendation if you want to take this trip: bring proper shoes and enough water and you'll be just fine. The struggle we had was caused by a lack of preparation and some not so good spontaneous decisions. Exactly for this reason we've started this channel, making sure you got the information before you go to those places to make a best possible experience for yourself. Back at the resort, we decided to spend the rest of our day at the beach, as the weather conditions on the western part of the island were way better and we were able to see some awesome fish and animals. So for the rest of the day, we just relaxed on one of the sunbeds on the beach while enjoying some cold drinks from the restaurant. And in the evening, had a last great dinner and sunset on one of our favorite islands yet. This already marks the end of our stay on Gili Asahan. So let's summarize the experience, including the island, culture, resort, people, food and nature, as well as giving it a rating. But before we go there, one last call out for the Kids of Asahan project. I talked about this initiative enabling education on this island in the last episode already. If you have some money to spend, it's a great cause to do so. Link is in the description. Okay, but now let's summarize and go straight into the overall rating for our stay. In case you're new to this channel, our philosophy is to be honest and transparent, also calling out the negative aspects and sharing the most important things to keep in mind when visiting a place. Thus, we want to make sure you get a realistic and detailed impression of the places we visit to decide if it would be something for you or not. So let's look at the positives first. Of course, there's the great island and its nature, the people and the culture. You have a diverse set of activities in walking distance. The resort is eco-friendly while providing everything needed, and it feels like you are positively contributing to the island's development. On the negative side, the corals around the island seem to be very destroyed. And also, as we saw in this video, development doesn't stop on this small island. There's a big resort being built at the north shore. Okay, something to keep in mind is it's a Muslim island. This is a very positive thing, but also make sure to respect the culture. And take good shoes when you're walking through the island, because you never know if the tide is high or low. Okay, completing this series about Gili Asahan and the Eco Lodge. We are rating every stay according to some criteria we think is relevant for you to take a decision. Before we start though, we want to emphasize that there's no sponsoring or other partnership between us, the Eco Lodge or Gili Asahan, and we want to stay honest and give you a transparent opinion. Let's start with the location. It's a small, calm, laid-back and almost private island. It has beautiful nature and depending on the season, it is super green. For us it was a bit dried out because the time of our stay. There's enough activities available, so the overall score for the location would be a 7 out of 10. Accessibility and transport. It's easy to reach by plane or by ship from Bali or Jakarta, and it's only a quick ride from the Lombok airport to Gili Asahan. Makes it an 8 out of 10. Activities and attractions. There's lots of nature and great snorkeling and diving spots. There's a lot of day trips available. You have spa and wellness treatments available as well. So there's a lot you can do and spend your time with if you not just want to hang out at the beautiful beach. Making it an 8 out of 10. Accommodation. It's eco-friendly and well integrated in nature. It has comfortable bungalows and bigger houses with enough privacy, and it's calm and private, making it a 7 out of 10. Food and dining. The food is very good in the Eco Lodge restaurant, but it's a bit limited as it's only a few restaurants on the whole island, maybe 4, making it a 7 out of 10. Safety and security. The place to us felt very safe as it's a small island with great people, making it a 9 out of 10. Climate and weather. It's great, especially at the beginning of the dry period. The recommended travel time is May till October, as the rain is mostly between November and April. The temperatures are between 21 and 31 degrees Celsius all around the year, making it a 7 out of 10. Value for money. The food is reasonably priced for the situation. Although there's only a few restaurants and shops on the island, it is fairly cheap. The bungalow with 100 euros a night, it's not cheap, but it's okay for the value you get. Activities and sightseeing. The price for activities is reasonable as well, and there's also a lot of free options to choose from, making it a 7 out of 10. This gives Eco Lodge on Gili Asahan a score of 60 out of 80 available points. Would we go there again? Definitely yes, and we would recommend you to go there as well. In the next episode, we move to Bali and start our trip around this famous island. First stop was a small bamboo hut in a rice field, just as you know it from Instagram. And without taking too much away, it's not even close to how it's promoted by all those influencers. Bali welcomed us with a big shock. But enough said, check out the next video. Please let us know if you have any questions in the comments below the video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos of our journey through Indonesia. Until next time, see ya!